Today is Sunday, must be June 8th. And I'm over at my property. I'm just setting up. I'm going to find the center line for my support wall here. And what I've done, I set up my transit and I put my laser on top. And this is self-leveling, but I'm getting this as close as I can regardless. So it's pretty close. And what I'll do is, let me turn this guy on. And I'm going to go with the right side. Yeah, so I've got a line. And I will go down, and so here I used my gammon reel, the same thing that I'd done when I laid my footings out, or my forms out for my footings. And I got this center line by measuring, and this is from that corner to that corner, is 20, let's see, 21 feet 4 inches. So I set this to 10.7, so it's half. And I'll go down here, and there's my vertex point. And since I'm offset there, this is offset a little bit. So this is my sensor. I'll turn that on. And so what I'm going to do is so there is my laser, and so I'll mark solid tone means I'm right on. So what I'll do is I'll mark this position right here, and I'll move it over to where the center line is. And there's my laser down there. And once I do this, I will have to come back, and if you remember, I don't know if you remember or not on this, but when I had my PE came out to look at my footings before I poured, I had to do that before I could call a county inspector out. And I had set my footings up on pieces like pavers, like those guys there, with rebar underneath so they could encapsulate, and the PE says that was fine. But the county inspector didn't like that, so I had to tear it all out. And then I put across the tops of my form boards, I put a 2x4 across, and then I wired the rebar up to rest on those pieces of 2x4. So they were just hanging free. But what happened then is I have now these lips on these where the forms for boards were, so I have to go through and I'll have to grind those down. It's only a 8-inch sill plate that I'm putting on. Yeah, let's see, there's a bad one there. That's pretty rough. So I'll have to, and I'm not gonna take the whole thing down. I'll just do like a 8, maybe a 10-inch thing across the center of that. I think those are 15 inches wide. And I have a special tool here. Let me see where, there it is. I'll probably buy a new one because this one is a little bit worn. But this, I'll just chuck this up in my drill. Maybe I'll use my big drill. Yeah, those are still fairly sharp. But I'll use that to grind those center pieces of rebar, the flashing that's up, and get rid of that, and then I can nestle my 2x8 right in that channel. And I have my turn this off. I have my sill plates and sill plates, sill seal, and stuff like that coming here at the end of next week. So we'll get this done. I'm going to have to go all the way around, and wherever I have these areas here, I'll have to go and grind those down so that it'll fit. And this is a 2x6 sill plate over here. And you remember what I'm going to do is I'm going to put those sill plates in there, and this guy here. Then I'll put my wood I-beams across, and then I'm going to take and frame in these end walls. I'll probably do that. I'll probably do that over to here, because I'm going to have to leave a place where I can put a trap door in. So I might use this area right in here as my access point on each side. And so I can get down in there to, because after I lay that down, I have to do all my plumbing and wiring. And this is going to be a support wall, so I'll put my wood I-beams across. Then I have to put on, screw and glue my wood decking down. And on top of that, I'll put this center wall where I'll have a wall that'll go up as high as the bottom or the top of these box beams, there and there and there. And then my up here, I'm going to do also my wood I-beams will go across, and then I'll frame this in and make this a tool room, someplace I can work on have my compound miter saw and other woodworking tools set up, because I have to start, I'll be doing that to this whole dome. I will probably enclose both these areas here. The framing I do on the end there will remain, but this is going to be an open area here. This will be my master bedroom, and this will be a sitting room for my master bedroom. I'll leave the wall here I'm going to put up, because that will be a mud room. So I'll have, there's my UFR for my service entrance. And I'll have my washer and dryer and a deep sink and my PEX manifold for my plumbing. And all that stuff's going to go underneath the floor, all the conductors. I'm going to do raceways for my electrical. So it'll be a raceway going across, and then come up in this area, and I'll do a slot to get those through. And what it looks like is I'm going to end up doing the finishing the lower floor, and I'll live in that while after I shotcrete, so I can work on this over the winter. So I'll be staying here. And that's all I know. It's coming together. It's starting to cloud up here, and I heard a little thunder a little while ago, so I'm going to start putting my tools away. And that's all I've got for today, guys. Later, bye.